Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Brother, Me, and Advice show for the modern era, man. I'm Justin McElroy, and you're listening to the show.
I'm Travis McElroy.
Pull up a chair.
Okay.
The beach is fine. Dig your toes in the sand. Come away with me.
Okay.
It's 5
Now,
o'clock
Justin,
somewhere.
help me remember. You were in North Carolina or South Carolina or Jamaica?
I was in Georgia.
Okay.
Tybee Island, Georgia, man.
Jamaica.
I'm still on island time.
Listen, guys, Jamaica is just a state of mind and a country, I think, or a
it's a
common. I
principality?
think it's a commonwealth.
There's nothing common about Jamaica, Griffin.
Yeah. Around here, it's always island time. Yeah, I'm still like.
Are you still
completely?
Yeah, you're still coming down. It sounds like because I don't.
Yeah, I've got like a shrimp belly for sure.
Yeah.
That's still going. I hit the Crab Shack. You know I had to get up on that. I ate at a gastropub inside a gas station that I don't think was using gas at Tropub as like a pun. I don't think it was being punny, even though it was, again,
Kind of
inside a gas station.
Kind of sounds like you did go to a Sheets, Mon.
No, man, I didn't. I was on island time. Still got the sand of the waves in my hair and the ocean. It's
You
like
still
I
have
have
sand in your hair?
I have like a permanent conch shell, like
Embedded in
like,
embedded in your chest.
If you imagine like conch shell headphones that you just put on, like that's me right now. If you could just Photoshop me wearing conch shell headphones that I just invented,
Yeah.
that's me right now.
And
I'm
maybe
on island
using
time.
a coconut radio?
Yeah, maybe.
You've got
you can hear it on the coconut telegraph. That's one of my JB songs that I was really grooving to down there.
Sure, you got a seaweed skirt and pruny balls.
Sure. You ever see Gilligan's Island? I was all of those guys.
Justin, beach time is over. I'm glad you had a good trip. Sounds like you had a really good trip, Mon. But beach time is over. It's work time now because Travis and I had to hold down the fort by ourselves.
I can't just make that transition. I can't just pivot onto that and just like get on. Like, I guess this is a job now. We get money for it.
It's time
so
to button up your podcasting suit and clock in at MaximumFun.org. Old man Jesse is breathing down your neck to put out a podcast.
But my problem is when you podcast, no one can hear what a great tan I got. And how good I look right now.
Well, why don't you describe it to us?
Pale white like a ghost. You imagine a dead ghost. That's me. That's me right now. I was last night. I have to make a trip in 2 days, like because it's a 9-hour, 10-hour drive. And we have a baby, which makes it like a 15-hour drive, and we're just not doing that. So we have to.
Your
make
baby
a
is
trip in
some
2 days.
sort of. Your baby is knowing. I've traveled with the Chuckster a couple times now. The beautiful child. Beautiful child. Gonna grow up to be a beautiful adult. Lots of promise in that human being. She is a singularity through which time is devoured and then barfed back up twice as long.
How long did it take? When did we leave? We did what should have been a 4-hour drive today in 6.5 hours. Anyway, we split it up 2 days. Last night I was in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. Let me hear you, Statesville. Okay. I was staying at the Courtyard Marriott, which is across from Big Shots Tavern, where we got some takeout for the evening. And I was coming back up. I realized I left my gym shorts out in the car, so I went out to get those because that makes a nice, relaxing
for sure.
I was in the elevator and I was coming back up from the car, and I got a few more essentials. So I was wearing my cutoff sleeve muscle tee. I had my muscle shorts in my hand. I had a half-finished bottle of brandy, and I had two boxes
with you?
Yes,
you?
this is all with me. And
Why did you have a half-finished bottle of brandy with you?
You didn't let me, because I brought it back from the beach. So I went out to the car and I got it. So now let me start again. I was sleeveless shirt. I want to paint a picture. Sleeveless shirt, muscle shirt on, muscle shorts in my arms, also half-finished bottle of Paul Masson Grand Amber VSOP, and 2 boxes of pralines that I brought from the beach. How is my island life? Pretty good. I guess you can bring it with you. Take the sunshine with you, I guess.
Holy
and
shit.
I was riding up in the elevator with these 2 old people who are like, I pushed my button. It was 3rd floor. And I asked them when they came in, I was like, what floor am I on? And they were like, 3rd. And I was like, oh, I'm already going there. And I bet they looked at me and knew, like, this must be the party floor. Look at this original party boy, just waiting to get the party going. We need to move. We can't be on this floor, the party floor.
Did you offer to share some of your pralines?
Yeah, I cracked the box open and they were like, dentures. And I was like, it's a tough break. It's a tough beat. No pralines for you. You want some of this Paul Masson Grand Amber VSOP? And they were like, no, thank you, Island Boy.
Island Boy. This is, I'm going to lodge an official complaint here that I'm worried about you.
Why? Because I got too deep in the island.
I think you're really
salt water in my veins.
So deep in the cut for a while. Like, I don't know. We've had some fun at James Buffett's expense and your expense by extension, but I'm worried that we've incepted ourselves, and now hold on. I think I just heard a phone shutter go off. And
Were you snapping a pic of yourself?
I think you might be sending us maybe I'm going to guess, because I haven't received the JPEG yet, sleeveless Justin tanned with just praline crumbles. All
maybe a
hither,
sunglasses tan line.
all hither and thither. Ooh, good call, Travis. Some raccoon pale realness.
No, there's, again, no tanning. Pale boy, like a dead ghost. Super duper pale. Just like living that island lifestyle, though.
Yeah,
I got a brand new one I got a brand new Tybee shirt for the collection. A Tybee.
Justin, I want to say here, you look exactly the same.
You look exactly the same, Summer Boy.
You look like I'm looking at you. That is 100% normal, Justin.
Summer Boy, that's city Justin I'm looking at.
Maybe I didn't get deep enough. It's an island state of mind, though. Still,
I will say it does look like you've lost a little weight.
No, that's
Looking
just the
good.
angle. I ate shrimp and pralines in every meal.
Let's start
Thank
doing
you for
advice.
saying that, but that's just how my island lifestyle is manifesting itself in my physical form. That is just me projecting a mental image into your mind.
I'm going to place a firm hand on the tiller, and I'm going to point us away from those choppy episode 259 waters. And I'm going to get us right back on.
You don't want to talk about Ant-Man? I went and saw Ant-Man.
No, we're not going to talk about Ant-Man. We're not going to talk about Ant-Man. We're not going to talk about tabletop gaming. We're going to do our advice thing.
Have you guys checked out tabletop gaming?
I'm going to read the first. I'm just going to start reading the first question. Justin, you want to tell us what we do on this podcast?
This is a podcast about karma and just being kind to one another and just getting into the same flow, the great light that comes from the one up above, and we're all sort of riding on it.
Yeah.
I don't like that the vigilante is not named in the thing, because I feel like if you have done that, like if I was to start patrolling the streets as some sort of mass crime fighter, perhaps Island Boy, I would
Island Boy,
God.
the least terrifying.
We need to
vigilante.
stop. We need to wait, and before you continue, and I need to know everything about Island Boy. I need to know his origin story. Does he have a little hermit crab shell full of gadgets and gadgets?
Okay.
When he catches a bad guy, does he Mai Tai him up?
Man.
His hookah shell necklace turns into a whip.
Yes.
That's obvious.
That
right?
seems impressive. He has to
When
rip
the
his
party
necklace
is-
off every time he wants to attack
No,
somebody.
he has to awkwardly unhook it.
You guys wait. Can one of you guys get my clasp? Oh God, no, not Island Boy.
He has very baggy canvas shorts that have stripes on them, black and blue stripes, and the
flip-flops do make it difficult to run.
The drawstring of his shorts is also a whip, and
Double two whips.
he's very whip heavy. In the middle of a fight, 2 whips is what you need.
We've de-whipped you. What now, Island Boy? We've got you surrounded and whipless. Oh, little do you know. Your pants fell down. Yap a second whip. Eat my dick.
His camouflage salt life flip flops are frisbees. Or no, what's a dangerous frisbee?
No, that's it. You got it. You got it in one. They're just frisbees. No crime fighting applications whatsoever. Those are for Island Boy. That's not for crime. That's for Island Boy.
And his sunscreen is impervious to low levels of radiation from the sun.
The sun.
Right.
So it's like SPF 15. It's like not even high SPF.
No, very high SPF. But any sun-based enemies are going to have a hard time getting in there.
Okay, so Sun Man is out.
Right.
Solar Woman, not applicable.
Not a threat.
solar
He's
boy.
also very strong and handsome
Oh.
and muscular. So it's like, I mean, it's just it's loosely autobiographical. Anyway, Island Boy, if I'm out there patrolling the streets and people don't like, the first thing I'm going to do is start brand building. I don't see the point in doing this if you're not building a legend. Like,
No, you got to make sure your social media is on point.
Exactly.
Gotta
I'm not
make sure
saving
your
anybody
Facebook
until
group is up there.
I'm not saving anybody until they know the proper hashtag, is what I'm
Right.
saying to you. Like, I don't need a tweet storm where people are like, who is this masked boy who doesn't have a mask? Oh, it's just sunscreen. My bad.
That's
What's he doing with that
interesting to me,
necklace?
Justin. I always assumed whenever I watch superhero origins that there's some reporter that's scooping the story, and he's some kind of island boy, and then that's the
how it
headline,
comes.
right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Island Boy can just walk into a room, double whip, and just say, "By the way, I'm Island Boy. Tell your friends."
And my favorite thing about this situation, about the Island Boy origin, is that so much crime is happening. While you're out developing your street team, while you're out getting some rough sketches done of your logo, so much crime is going. It's like your Uncle Jimmy Buffett dies because you didn't catch the right crime.
You watch your fucking mouth.
Uncle Jimmy Buffett dies.
No, Uncle Jimmy Buffett blows out his flip flop because he steps on a pop top that you didn't save him.
That you didn't save him from, and so he gets stung to death by a man of war or something like that. And he's like, "With great power comes great responsibility, Island Boy." But then you, Island Boy, are like, "Nah."
Nah, I'm just gonna keep building my brand.
Gotta
That's
work
what
on my brand,
Spider-Man
homie.
did. It worked out pretty good for him.
That
He
is true.
fought Bonesaw and became a famous wrestler.
Yeah, and I think that, but like what I'm saying, it's not just about ego. It's not about ego at all. If you don't build your legend, like, okay, if you have a legend and then you stop a crime, then the legend of that is going to keep other people from doing crime, right? Read The Tipping Point for a second.
Sure.
I'll wait. And then
You got to do 10,000 hours of superheroing.
that's Outliers. I don't even know what you're
sorry.
saying.
You're weaving a tapestry of fear that you're going to place all
exactly.
over Huntington. Would you
A tapestry of chill.
a tapestry of chill, a narrative of fear.
Okay, that's fine.
But like, would you stay?
Fear-based chilling.
Okay, I'm gonna let's. Gosh, I really don't want to say part the kimono, but it's the only appropriate thing for right here. Let's part the kimono. You're Island Boy.
Whoa, hey,
I've never. I can't.
Let's assume just for the basis of this conversation. Let's just assume for the basis of this
What would
conversation.
somebody like me be doing? I can't imagine.
All right, let's assume
Don't
for the
you
basis.
remember that time? No, you remember that time where you clearly saw somebody dressed like Island Boy at the top of that water tower, and I was on the ground looking up, pointing it up there.
Okay,
and he left before anybody could get a good look at his face.
remember-
But we were
yes.
very clearly in separate places.
It's either you or it's Steven Sharkchild, and let's just
And,
okay.
yeah, I got another one. He wears those goggles.
Yeah, and you
I
can't
don't have any goggles.
that you don't have goggles. That's true. But let's just assume it's you. Would you stay in Huntington? Because I feel like Island Boy couldn't fight crime in the decidedly not tropical Huntington, West Virginia.
Or would that be the bat? That doesn't make fucking sense. Like, Batman, there's not caves in Gotham except for the one that Bruce Wayne's family bought. But like, Batman still patrols.
Whoa,
the
that's a
streets there.
good
Like,
man. How has nobody cracked that? Hey, Gotham reporters, what is he, Batman? Where do bats chill? Under bridges? We looked under all the bridges. I don't know. Let's give up.
there's one cave in the
There's
whole
one
city.
cave. You want to go there? Nah, we did the bridges. I feel like we did our due diligence. I give up. What do you say? Listen, we've talked a lot about Island Boy, and I feel like we've created a very lucrative property. I feel like Marvel, if you want to buy that one, go for it. DC, if you want to buy it and completely ruin it, that's fine too. But what do you do when your friend? Let's assume Steven Sharkchild, all three of our friends, is Island Boy. He's getting out there. Do you remember the day of the tower fire?
Mm-hmm. I remember it well. It was if I remember correctly, it was a 3-episode arc.
It was the day of the burning tower, and I remember it well. Flames were everywhere inside the tower. And Island Boy showed up, saved the day, but then Steven Sharkchild showed up to the class all three of us are in, and both of his arms were missing. And Island Boy lost his arms in the day of the burning tower. So, like, what do we say to him? How do you say stop being Batman? Hey, Bruce,
let's
stop
answer
being
the
Batman.
most important question first, Griffin. Why do the police hate Island Boy so much? I think that's the most pressing issue here, and I think the problem is Island Boy, as we all know, is I mean, I don't want to say loose cannon because I feel like that it's an unknown commodity.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to be super chill? Or is he going to, like, be a little bit too drunk and a little bit awkward at the luau? You know what I mean?
The constant public drunkenness is probably, like, one of and, like, he does, like, sell weed. Like, he does, like, we can't get around the fact that he sells a lot of weed.
Drawstring of his shorts
And
do fall down, and his dick's just like,
his dick comes out. So the public drunkenness, constant public drunkenness. He does sell weed to anyone, regardless of age. He sells weed to cops, or if they ask, and also just like his dick is out, like whenever he is in combat mode.
One of the things I think it's probably because Peninsula Lad's family donated so much to the policeman's ball.
Yeah,
I think that's probably has put them against Island Boy.
Now, Justin, is there a strange dynamic between Island Boy and Peninsula Lad that neither one of them appears to be a grown-ass adult?
They're unaware of each other, actually. Okay. It's one of life's great coincidences. I'm as surprised as anybody.
And then there's another superhero called Delta Burke. That's nothing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother Media, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
I'm your babyest baby brother, Griffin McElroy.
It's summertime.
Can everyone else hear that too? Like,
I
that's
can
not
hear
just
it.
in my head, right?
No.
Living is easy.
Okay.
Billy Stewart, of course, with that version of Summertime.
Thank
Well, it was me in my Billy Stewart impersonation. But Island Boy rises right now. I'm on that island time.
The Island Boy
You know,
returns.
some people just want to watch the world sunburn.
Yeah, he's not the boy we want. And that's the end of the sentence.
Island Boy has returned to you. I'm continuing my tour of the islands of the southeastern United States. I have fully sown my seeds of party throughout Tybee
gross.
Island and Georgia's Tybee Island. I've moved on to Pawleys Island, South Carolina, and I am here just living that Island Boy. Whoa. My island phone's going off. 1 second. Hello?
Hi, it's, wow, it sounds like I'm talking to you on two coconuts that are just kind of stapled together. Is that true?
That's right. Go for Island Boy.
Hi, Island Boy. This is Paulie. I heard you're staying on my island this weekend and this week, and I hope you have just a great time. Be careful of the jelly sharks, and just wanted to want to ask you to please just stop sowing your seed all around my island. That'd be terrific. Thanks. I would hate to remove you from the island.
I can't help it. I'm
by
just
the way,
so.
is Paulie Jimmy Stewart's brother?
Yeah, it's me, Jimmy Paulie, and I own an island, and it's covered in cum. And I'm calling you specifically about the cum, Clarence.
I have been living that island lifestyle so deep. You know me, right? I get here first things first. I jump right into the ocean to just start to renew and replenish, and then I got stung by a jellyfish, and then I came back in, and that was about 10 minutes of good solid ocean time.
Yeah,
I've had since I've been here.
Have you been visited?
Today,
have you been visited by the Sunshine Man?
He has kissed his sweet solar kisses all over my body, and by which I mean the very tops of my shoulder blades that could be reached by the sun through my chair with a built-in umbrella.
Okay,
so that's none of that's.
Hey, has Crabbington come around these parts in a bit?
What?
Crabbington? I'm starting to sort of develop out the Island Boy fiction. I'm imagining sort of a Gullah Gullah Island situation.
Sure, yeah.
Is Crabbington like the Alfred of this scenario, where he is a fairly large but not quite man-sized crab?
I think he's just a small crab, and he wants to steal your snacks from your beach picnics.
Oh, Crabbington's like the swiper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Swiper, no swiping.
I was just picturing Crabbington with like maybe like a one of those Jimmy Buffett beers in each claw.
Yes.
Bringing it out to you, and maybe one's for you and one's for him after a long day of crabbing around.
Okay, so sort of a sort of a party crab.
Oh, and that is, by the way, his catchphrase, just crabbing around.
All right.
crabbing
This is
around.
Very,
I did-
very lucrative.
I want to tell you, I had an Island Boy adventure this morning. I want to share with you guys. I went out. I threw on my sneaks and went out for my run because I got to keep my couch to 5K streak going. Getting camera ready for this September.
Should I be doing that?
Oh, I've been going
What?
the other way. I've been eating a lot more fried chicken to bulk up. Am I doing this wrong?
I'm trying to get camera ready, so I went out on the beach because what better place for a run than the beach? One thing I do have to note, it's very hard to run on sand.
Yeah.
So after I ran about a mile and a half, and I felt like I was going to die there. So I decided to come back. And as I came back, I realized that I did not pay very close attention to what the back of this beach house looked like. Oops, a daisy. So, fucking Island Boy had a little adventure of his own where he was just slogging through sand, half dead, up to like the back doors of houses, trying to peer in there to see if this is the place he would stay.
Oh no, Island Boy was arrested this week.
Who's that at the back door? Oh, it's just Island Boy come to give us some of that good news.
Long story short, I had to use Google Maps to navigate back to my house on the beach.
Island
You would
Boy
survive
goes-
well in the apocalypse, Justin.
Island Boy, I thought you had a strict no-tech rule when you were out enjoying the ocean's bounties.
Well, solar powered only. That's the one thing about it, is that they have to be solar powered.
phones.
Solar phone. The only kind of phone IB uses.
Let me juice that up for you, IB. Thanks, Sunshine Man.
Do you want some of these drugs? No, Sunshine Man.
Sunshine Man. Tell me some of that good news.
Okay, I'm gonna go now, Sunshine Man. I'm a little uncomfortable. Please stop kissing my shoulders, Sunshine Man.
You're tan now. I can see those frackies.
Okay, I'm gonna go be with my family now, Sunshine Man. I have to go. What? Oh, please move away from the door.
You got a few unfreckled bits left.
Okay. I guess I can
Hate
stay
this.
for a couple more minutes.
Hate this. You're ruining that Island Boy style.
How did you feel about Crab? Let's do a quick focus this. How did you feel about Sunshine Man and Crabbington, the new characters introduced from the Island Boy canon?
I like the gritty reboot of Sunshine Man.
Yeah. Sorry, my phone broke up. Did you say shitty reboot?
Yes.
I like the original Sunshine Man with his Frank Gorshin. He was the way better Sunshine Man.
They switched him and you thought they wouldn't notice. Do we want to talk about the Margaritaville, the harrowing Margaritaville voyage that you tried to go on?
Okay, so I'm at the beach, living the beach lifestyle like Island Boy do. You know how he does it. And we head over to Broadway on the beach, which is in Myrtle Beach, which was about a half hour from Pawleys Island.
Oh, Jesus,
where
you
I
had to
was
drive
staying.
a half hour on this?
And it was 40 minutes of the traffic, my dude.
Damn, dude.
So we drive 40 minutes over there, and first off, we park at the opposite end of the place from the Margaritaville. So I'm like, oh, fuck, gonna get a good walk, gonna be all sweaty for Jim when I show up. That's embarrassing. On the drive over, my father-in-law, Tommy, Low Country Tom, tells me that if the last time he was at Margaritaville, fucking he rolled up and the place was packed. Who's there playing a set? Well, why it's James
God,
Buffett
I would
playing a
fucking
set.
dissolve.
So my anticipation is already like off the charts. It's like I've been eating garlic bread all day. I'm out of control
Just
here.
flooded. Just
Now,
that
have you
basement is
flooded?
flooded.
Just drenched. Now, have you been to a Margaritaville before, Justin? Was this your first experience?
Yeah, but it was before I went through the change of life.
Oh, I see.
Which means becoming a dad and getting really into Jimmy Buffett. So, we walk through this place, and it's sort of like if Jersey Shore, like it's not Jersey Shore the TV show, but like it's got that like boardwalk vibe. But it's in the sweltering, miserable 95-degree heat of South Carolina, and we're strolling along. I have to walk past a closed down Magic Quest, which is like the saddest. I know,
no.
fucking brutal. I walked past a magic shop that I didn't have time to go into because I was so hungry for some of that coconut shrimp prepared by JB himself.
Had the magic
And
shop absorbed all the magic from Magic Quest, and that's why it
they
closed?
thought it was a heyday. They were like, "Well, listen, there's a lot of wands over there. Let's go get our fill, pick it clean."
They
like
looted
the
it.
vultures we are. So we get to Margaritaville, it is 5:30
Somewhere.
I'm going to say the afternoon. It is 5:30 somewhere, and it is 5:30 there as well. So I should have anticipated that 5 o'clock is the worst time to go to Margaritaville, obviously. But we show up at 5:30. My daughter is like basically like dehydrated. She's just a husk that I'm like dragging behind me on a leash. And we're like dead, basically. We're like on the verge of death. And I show up and I'm looking around, like peeking around, like I know JB's probably expecting me because he heard Island Boys on his way over. I get in there and they tell us that to see our party, we are going to have to wait. This is not an exaggeration. 2 hours.
Whoa. Wow. How many were in your party?
30,
7
36.
and a baby. 36. No, 7 people and a baby. Who's a people too, but like you got to specify that for a high tripper.
Well, okay, you explained the weight actually earlier in the story, and that is that James Buffett the third is making all the coconut shrimp himself. It is the only thing on the menu, which is kind of weird. Like he doesn't know how to make margaritas, which is like he's obviously very successful. He has people who do that for him, but he can make a mean fucking coconut shrimp. So you mainly just come in and you get the shrimp, no questions asked. But it does take him a while to prepare them.
So 2 hours of waiting, 2 hours. No way. Absolutely cannot do it. And what's that like lurking over my shoulder behind me? You guessed it. Fucking Joe's Crab Shack. The second choice, like we're always second choice.
America's second choice.
Yeah.
America's second choice. And like I would have had to walk, like if we didn't want to eat Joe's Crab Shack, we would have had to walk all the way the fuck back up here to eat at like the Japanese hibachi place at the Myrtle Beach, Broadway on the beach. Like, no, not happening.
Yeah.
It's got to be Joe's Crab Shack. We would have died. We wouldn't have lived. I get in there. They're playing Matchbox 20s.
Ooh.
Not one of the good ones.
Oh.
Like my favorite. Yeah, no, actually my favorite one. And I'm like, whoa, this is pretty okay. I sit down, I order a crab pot. They put a bib on
Oh,
me.
man. Does it say something like, this guy's a queef?
It's
It wasn't Dick's Last Resort, Chris.
Oh, sorry.
Dick's Last Resort.
I got confused.
This is Joe's Crab
with the
Shack.
other one.
They put one on me that says shrimping ain't easy.
Okay, so they do write on him.
It did right
But
on.
it didn't say this guy's a real
But I'm
queef.
I didn't realize that I'm the only one at the table that ordered a dish that that necessitated in a bib. Ooh. And I'm also the only one at the table who is not living a life in which physical fitness is a large component.
Oh, no.
To put it in a ginger way. So it's like, it literally looks like they have, I don't know a nice way of saying this. I'm shaming myself here, but I'm the only fat one, and I have a bib and claw crackers that they brought special for me. Literally 20 minutes before, I did not need to be living this life for 20 minutes before the food arrived. They addressed it like very early on in the meal. I was drinking a huge glass of blue drink that had a shark filled with a red drink that I poured into it called a shark bite. There was a limit too on those on the menu. It said.
Wait, the shark vessel full of red liquid? Was it a glass shark?
No, sadly, it was a rubber shark that I did. My Uncle Michael did steal it though, so that
Mike, you can't leave me anything on this the worst day of Justin's life. You couldn't leave him anything.
No, he stole it for John. He didn't just
he
like
stole
steal
it for
it
me from Joe's Crab Shack.
Oh, I see.
So just when I think
you should change his name in case they're looking for him, Justin.
Just when I think this could not get any darker, JB has abandoned me. Just to recap, JB has abandoned me. I'm wearing a bib that says "Shrimping Ain't Easy," and I'm the only one there
on it.
There's one queef on it. Another facet: there is a guy with a balloon hat, making balloon animals table to table, and I can just see from his orbit that he's like about to collide with Planet J-Man, and I'm like, this cannot get any fucking worse. And then over the radio, Tracy Chapman's Fast Car comes on in the Joe's Crab Shack. I love this fucking song.
Yeah.
I do not want that and like jalapeno slammers to be in the same zip code. It is uncalled for that I should be subjected to Tracy Chapman's beautiful dirge of pining and longing for a better life that shall never arrive than while I'm sloppily eating Cajun crab legs out of a bucket with a bib while a balloon dipshit hovers and waits for his moment to pounce. It was the worst day of my life, but the desserts were okay.
3 out of 5 stars.
And a s'mores thing. And this concludes my Yelp review. and then we went to the Gilligan's Island Goofy Golf. The only Yelp review said that every time this guy goes, there's someone pleasuring themselves on the 6th hole.
And he said that's a must.
What was the 6th hole?
It was nothing. There was nothing there. There was no one pleasuring themselves.
But there wasn't a particularly sexy bunker.
No, but it did. I mean, it made sense. There was a shack that said garlic bread, except the sign had been like painted over. So obviously it was no longer available.
Yeah.
Which maybe explains that. But yeah, so that was basically the hardest day of my life. And I blame Jimmy Buffett.
Why isn't the media covering this? Is what I want to know.
Where is the media? That's what I want to know. Give Lochte a break for a second. He'll be there. Okay, he's not going to swim away.
He's going to keep on fucking up. So just like wait till tomorrow.
Just come give me a day in the light. Give me a day in the light. Just my day at court. That island court.
You wouldn't sue James, would you? Who would you
No,
sue?
I just want a small, I mean,
Give me a list. Give me a Kill Bill top 5 list of people who wronged you in this story, starting with number 5 until we get up to the main offender.
Okay, number 5, myself. I did agree to go, and I knew that it was in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
That's not really one of Island Boys' hangouts. That kind of violates his whole chill lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I blame the server for not recognizing me. Like the greeter at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Yeah.
I blame him for not recognizing me from podcasting.
Yeah.
How many times did you say the phrase, "Don't you know who I am"?
Just the once, but I thought that would be enough. I said, I'm about to shoot a streaming TV show, sir. That didn't. And
I've made many jokes about my fanhood of James Buffett. So
yeah, can you call so number 3, James? But I can't really blame him. He can't be everywhere at once, and the server, despite my requests, the greeter would not call him on like the coconut telegraph or whatever they use to communicate with Jimmy.
So that would be your Kill Bill interaction there, where you actually were interacting with Bill, and you didn't want to do it, but you knew you had to give your life some kind of like closure.
Right.
Did you know if you cut a coconut open and you whisper into it, he'll hear it?
But he might not always answer the way you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to get.
You got to look out for signs.
You're not going to get the answer you want, but you're always going to get the answer you need.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Number 2, number 1, just real quick.
God.
Okay.
Obviously. And
I feel like Tracy Chapman had a hand in this somehow.
Tracy Chapman did. Maybe we swap Tracy Chapman number 2 for just being such a talented, heartbreakingly good songwriter.
Yeah.
Rob Thomas 2A.
Yeah.
For dropping the ball with Matchbox 20, just like letting that whole shit. Maybe we're all to blame for Matchbox 20 not being the prominent force in media.
Yeah. Why didn't we appreciate them as much as we should have? Everyone else.
I know
That's
I
not
didn't.
me.
Every review you read of their albums is just like, I wish it was. Why isn't it Matchbox 30 or 40? And it's like, can you focus on the fucking music instead of talking about how the number could be higher? Where's Smooth 2, the sequel to Smooth? We're all waiting.
Google and God number 1, and I guess Yelp for not telling me that there would be a review. I blame a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the island.
Whoa.
My name is Justin Island Boy McElroy here. Wait, hold on. Let me just. I have prepared this for you. Let me get it finished stirring it up. I get the mint out of there. Perfect. I've prepared you this mojito. Please take it. Take a sip. Make sure the mint's not too pronounced. Sometimes my muddling gets away from me. I'm still Justin McElroy, by the way.
Hi there. I am Travis Hammock Time McElroy. Stop. Hammock Time. Take a little nap here. I've strung this hammock up over the cool white sand between these 2 palm trees. You can just slightly hear the crackle of a bonfire down the beach. We're getting some roast pork ready for you. But for right now, you just take a little nap here.
Hi, I'm Griffin Coconut Bra McElroy. And hey, where'd my plate with a nice fresh sandwich on it go? Oh, it looks like a couple little hermit crabs got it and scuttling down the beach. That's okay, little dudes. You can keep that one. Just listen to that fucking tide roll in. So soft.
Welcome to our super chill, anxiety-free oasis. Welcome to My Brother and Me Island, a place where you can get away from it all for an hour and just fucking chill.
There's a lot going on in all of our lives right now. And I mean everybody. Some people are having babies. Some people are about to have babies. There's election stuff going on.
Hey, man. Hey, excuse me. I'm Gary. And it looks to me like you brought some anxiety into the anxiety-free episode, so I'm going to need you to put that in this basket. We're just going to push it on down the river. There's a river and a beach, so put that right in here now.
Visualize
nice.
it floating away.
And
that
you,
is nice.
listener, I know you got some stress, some freak-out juice in there, too. I need you to just barf all that up right here in this basket, and down the river it goes. And where do the baskets end up? It's a mystery that we'll never solve. It's like Lost Season 5.
A gator just ate my anxiety. Does that make me feel better or worse?
Feel bad for the gator for sure.
Yeah, well, defo. Yeah,
That's
that poor
the
guy.
anxiety. That's the anxiety gator. He's got the weight of a nation's woes upon his scaly shoulders.
He's a fucking hero.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
is.
champion, and we're not going to dwell on him, though. That's
No,
his
don't
problem,
look at the
not
anxiety
yours.
gator. It's not your problem anymore.
Welcome to this super chill episode of My Brother and Me. It's going to be so relaxing. I'm going to do a Jimmy Buffett tune later.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, I think that'll be really nice. So that'll be up a little later in the show.
I want to know more about Gary. I've got a kite museum. A museum all full of kites? Yeah, they're all my kites. I bought them.
Well, that's great, Gary. Nobody's going to try to take them from you.
I know they
defensive.
won't, because that would give me anxiety, and that's against the law here.
Is it just a
have a
room
very
full of store-bought kites, Gary?
Yeah, I did some decor on some of them. Cut little holes in fun shapes. Now they don't fly so much anymore, but that's okay. These aren't flying kites. These are display kites.
You don't have any fighter kites like Doug Funny's dad made?
You're right, I don't have... See? Damn it, Justin! I don't
Sorry,
have
Garrett.
those, and now I'm... Damn it, Justin!
I'll get you one later, so don't even worry about it.
Oh, nice.
So
That
we'll,
was close.
we'll get to our music a little later. We got a lot of fun, easygoing questions for you. It's just gonna be a real chill episode here at the island. So kick back, relax.
I'm going to routinely just smell my baby's head, and
Just
and
smell
that's
that
just
baby's
gonna
head.
whew, take me away.
Oh, take me away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Pupa Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy. Not sure what the theme was.
Not sure what that is. I'm sweet baby brother, 30 under 30 media luminary Griffin McElroy. Justin, explain yourself immediately.
I am but a pupa that is snuggling into a chrysalis right now, and have been so for 36
Now it's-
some odd years.
Is
I'm
this
confused.
a low
Why are
carb?
you a French Pope?
Is this a slow carb thing? Is this like one of
No,
the
it's
phases of the slow carb? Like you eat a bunch of beans and then you turn those beans into a chrysalis and then you become larval and then I guess you shed some
Tears up
LBs.
strips of newspaper, smears his bean goo upon them.
Yeah.
to form his house.
It's nothing like the dumb thing you guys said.
Okay.
No, tomorrow,
Kinda
today is
mean.
Friday. Tomorrow, July 8th, I'm going to go see Mr. James Buffett
Oh,
live
him.
in concert. And in doing so, I will have completed my development as a person and will emerge, I will emerge like a butterfly.
Ah,
So
we're
forget
in
I
a
said
bliss
person.
delight situation.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I was just about to say. It sounds like maybe Justin's going to come back, maybe a new character on the next episode of My Brother and Me, which I'm very excited about. Can you tell me how you've been preparing your body? Is there some sort of powder that you apply?
I went through every Hawaiian shirt I owned and
Okay.
that all the ones Amazon had to find the perfect one. And I've been re-listening to some tunes to try to pick out some nuance and maybe reading up on some trivia that I can kind of spout during, like, hey, did you know he wrote this one? Wherever Lauderdale, I haven't read much yet. So there's still time.
Jesus, no, Justin. There's not much time. It's tomorrow. You think this is like your capstone project? You think you can just fucking buffalo this one in at the last minute? No.
My question is this: will James Buffett witness me? Will he witness me? Will he sense I am there? Like, and this one goes out to Island Boy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
you've
Do you
got
want to back channel this?
That's kind of a crass. It'll work, but I mean, you really want to leverage your limited media power for this one. But the answer is yes. Of course, you want to.
Yes,
do that.
obviously.
But, I mean, I think there's also a lot of like tried and true standard options here. You could just try singing along with all the songs louder than anybody else, the loudest.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If you do it loud enough and good enough, they don't tell you this. When we're up on stage doing our jokes, when you do our jokes the loudest and the best out of anybody, we see you. There's recognition there.
And maybe if you yell the trivia to James Buffett and you're like, "Hey, you wrote this one in Key West," he'll be like, "Thank you for reminding me, Island Boy."
You know how to fly a plane. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do know that. Thank you. Is that Island Boy? I recognize you.
Come up here.
Come up here.
You do one.
Island Boy, did you know I was also a restaurateur, right? Yeah, a restaurateur and pilot. Yeah,
Now-
an author.
Now, have you considered, and I hope the answer is no, but I need to know if you've seen all the angles of this thing, rushing the stage and attacking James Buffett.
Now, what would that accomplish? How would that get me
Respect.
further? How would that get me closer to the goals of my vision board?
Well, he would certainly... I mean, he would definitely know Island Boy.
He would witness me.
Well,
Yeah,
and maybe he's just been waiting for a challenger. Maybe he's ready to hand over his blown out flip flops.
I'm not
So
endorsing.
you're-
This is a bad plan. I'm not endorsing this plan, but it's worked
So
in the past.
you're
And that's all I'm going to say.
suggesting I rush up on stage, I rend my Hawaiian shirt in twain, I
Yeah.
toss Jimmy Buffett a bat left, and I battle him for supremacy of like Island Lord.
And you'll lose. You'll def lose. Like,
But maybe he'll like Mr. Miyagi you, take you under his wing.
No,
like,
he'll kill you.
I
He'll kill
see
you on
something
stage.
in you.
no, he'll kill you right there on the stage.
Okay.
How high up can you jump? Because I imagine this stage is going to be 4 or 5 feet up off the ground.
It's at Riverbend in Cincinnati. Travis, I don't know. Have you ever been there?
Oh, okay. You're in an amphitheater situation then. So the stage, I believe, is lower and you might be able to jump.
That's great. You could just
From the
parachute right
stands.
down onto that
Yeah.
thing. Bat lefts out, and it just really attack Jimmy Buffett.
I want to attack Jimmy Buffett. He has to make the first move.
You really need to pick the right song. What's the best? You're at a Jimmy Buffett concert. What's the best song to get the drop on Jimmy Buffett during? Because like, if it's something, I think like Margaritaville, I think he pretty much that's just muscle memory at this point. Like he will definitely see you coming. Is there more of an emotional ballad where he's maybe thinking of like a long lost friend, where
or
you
maybe
like
one of his new songs.
You're thinking like one he doesn't know how to play very good yet.
Yeah, it's a new song. And he's really nervous about like whether the crowd's gonna love it, and he doesn't know how to like play the instrument good enough, and so he's like really focused on that. And then all of a sudden, you're behind him with a baseball bat with a bunch of nails in it, and then you do toss him also another baseball bat.
So you're suggesting James rips into something from the third canon, which is what we call songs after like 2005. He rips into the third canon, maybe like Math Sucks or I Will Play for Gumbo.
Sorry, there's one called Math Sucks.
Yeah, it's called
How
Math
much did you?
Sucks.
Real quick.
It's with a K. By the way, no C, just a K. S-U-K-S.
Perfect. Real quick. How much did you pay for these tickets?
A good amount, like not much. We're on the lawn, so we're just kind of kicking it.
All right.
That's how it should be. I would be amazed if anybody actually bought like the actual seats. To sit like everyone's just like, oh, there's lawn. I could just sit on grass. Yes, please.
That's the vibe right there. Who wants to sit in a chair? That's fine. You know, you could pay for the chair, but you're not going to need it. Once he tears into some of his first canon hits,
You'll also be too stoned to sit down.
Yeah.
You won't remember how to do it.
And that's a bad place to be, because that leaves you very few options.
So
have
anyway,
you considered if you do powder yourself up just right and you get he witnesses you, however you decide to do it, what you might do? Because you're going with your family, I imagine, right? As a family experience. What if he wants to kiss and make love to you? Because he, like,
there's plenty of hours in the day. I'll make him take me to the plane first and let me fly it a little bit. Like,
Okay.
Wine me, dine me, Jim.
Just so
Anyway.
you know, it's real.
It's listen, I'll report back next week. I was actually trying to engineer a way that I could record an episode at the concert. I couldn't come up with anything substantial though.
You realize how shitty that would be for me and Travis, though?
Oh, the worst. My idea was like I would barely pay attention to what you guys were saying and just check in every few minutes.
Yeah.
Like a live correspondent while you guys kind of held down the fort. But I really want to, this isn't about work. And you know what? In a way, it's not even about me, this concert. It's about James and him connecting with his fans. He's getting up in years, and any tour could be the last one before he retires. And I'm sure he's been saying that forever, but I'm just happy to have the opportunity to finally go see Jim live.
Please let us know how it goes.
I will.